Hi, this is Jim, otherwise known as Big Jim for Redpoint Fitness, and today we're just going to go over some bench basics for beginners or for anyone anyways. We're going to talk about powerlifting style bench, which is more of a, as opposed to bodybuilding, which is benching with your elbows out for chest and shoulder emphasis. We're going to talk about pulling your back together and tucking and pressing more to your sternum or your nipples. The advantage in this is that you're squeezing your back together. If you notice how much shorter the distance is from here compared to here, it's almost 2 to 3 inches. So you're pressing the bar less, which means you're going to be able to handle more weight. Another advantage is if you have your shoulders flared out like this, it's so hard on the shoulders that over time you're probably going to have a shoulder injury. You know, what I suggest to beginners is learn how to bench like this, build your triceps up. Your chest is going to get bigger anyways if you're using big enough weight. Build your triceps and your chest up that way with a medium to medium narrow to pinky on the ring grip. And then once you've got your bench up to respectable level depending on your weight, 300 to 400, 500 if you're heavy, close to 500, then you can start playing around with different grips because your shoulders will be strong enough to handle the different grips. And I also suggest using dumbbells to get your wider pressing for your chest. I've been benching with a shirt for so many years and my chest development is not quite as big as my triceps, obviously for obvious reasons, but basically if I was going to do bodybuilding, I would do most of my accessory work with dumbbells or an incline because that, in my opinion, is just much safer on the shoulders. So I'm going to set up in the bench and I'm just going to go through some of the basics. The first thing I do is I want to pull my, if you're benching raw, it's a completely different setup for benching with a shirt, but we're going to bench raw, is I want to pull my traps together in the back and I want to squeeze my back together as hard as I can. Okay, so what we're going to do is get down in here. I like to everybody has a little different style, but I want to make sure my feet are good and solid on the ground. When I compete, I put my feet underneath me, but for most people, you just want to get your feet on the ground. You want to pull your back together. A lot of powerlifters will grab the bar and pull themselves, or they'll grab the side of the rack and pull themselves in. Obviously, I should have somebody lifting me off to put the bar where I need it, but I don't have somebody to lift me off today, so I'm going to do it myself. But you'll notice when I take it out, I'm going to take the bar out to here. I'm not going to bench with it up here. So my back is pulled together, okay? I'm going to take a big breath. I'm going to drive my feet into the ground. I'm going to pull the bar out, which shouldn't be happening. My traps are together. I take a big breath. Fill my stomach up with air. I squeeze the bar, pull it apart. Chest, press, okay? Feet, squeeze the bar. And that's basically how it's done. The main thing you really got to work on is creating that triangle. It should feel like all the weight is right on the middle of your back and your traps. And you should feel a triangle. All the tension should be on your triceps and the middle of your back. And if you're doing it right, you'll feel the difference. And you've really got to focus on it. The first few times you try it, your upper back is probably going to be sore, and that's a good thing. And then bench, remember, is a full body movement. So the harder you drive into the floor and the tighter your stomach is, the more you're going to be able to press. And I can't emphasize how much you need to focus on just basic bench press and getting strong in the big movements, and then worrying about specializing once you reach an intermediate status.
What's up?